In this article, we will define electric dipole and electric dipole moment. What is electric dipole? Electric dipole moment is defined as two equal and opposite charges separated by certain distance is called as electric dipole. So here we have two charges. This is plus q and this is minus q. So these two charges are equal but opposite charges. So one is positive and other one is negative, and these two charges are again separated by a distance twice L. So this is finite distance. Therefore here these two charges is called as electric dipole. So two equal and opposite charges separated by a certain distance is called as electric dipole. Second definition is electric dipole moment. Electric dipole moment is the product of magnitude of charge of a dipole and distance between them. It is the product of magnitude of charge of a dipole and distance between them. It is denoted by letter P. So P is notation for electric dipole. Its SI unit is coulomb meter and its formula is given by P is equal to Q into twice L. So what is twice L? Twice L is distance between plus Q and minus Q. In this again we have to find out the electric potential due to an electric dipole. Here consider an electric dipole consisting positive charge at A and negative charge at B separated by distance twice L. So from A up to O distance is L, and from O to B again distance is L. Okay, so total distance from A to B is twice L. Consider a point C which is situated at a distance R from center O. Look at this distance is R. So OC is equal to R and distance R1 and R2. Okay, R1 and R2. So R1 from A and R2 from B, which is shown in the figure. Now the electric potential due to positive charge, because we have two charges, first one is positive charge while second one is negative charge. Okay, so here the potential due to positive charge V1 is equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon 0 into Q upon R1. So R1 is distance of positive charge from positive charge to points from point C. Okay, again similar to that, here the electric potential due to negative charge V2 is equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon 0 dot minus Q upon R2. So dot indicates a multiplication. Equation number 2. Total electric potential C is the addition of these two. Therefore V is equal to V1 plus V2. As we know that the values of V1 and V2 as shown in the figure equation 1 and 2, adding these two equations we get V is equal to Q upon 4 pi epsilon 0 common into bracket 1 upon R1 minus 1 upon R2. Cross multiply it. V is equal to Q upon 4 pi epsilon 0 bracket R2 minus R1 upon R1 R2, equation number 3. Okay, by geometry of figure. By geometry of figure we can use here cosine law. So cosine law for triangle AOC. Cosine law for triangle AOC. For this triangle AOC, here the opposite side of theta is R1. Therefore R1 square is equal to R square plus L square minus 2RL cos theta. Again cosine rule for triangle, this triangle BOC. So for BOC, this total angle is pi minus theta. This angle is pi minus theta. So we can write R2 square is equal to R square plus L square plus 2RL cos theta. Actually here this sign is 2RL cos theta. This is minus 2RL cos 180 minus theta, and cos 180 minus theta is minus cos theta. Therefore this sign becomes positive. Equation 4. And now subtract equation 4 from equation 5 we get. Okay, now subtract this equation. I will write here by using pen here. Subtract this equation. So this is 4, so this is minus sign, again it has minus sign, this is minus sign, this is plus sign. So these two values get cancelled and we get 2 plus 2 is 4RL cos theta. So R2 square minus R1 square, R2 square minus R1 square is equal to 4RL cos theta. Now separate these terms, R2 square minus R1 square, similar to A square minus B square is equal to A plus B or A minus B. So here this is R2 minus R1, and in the second bracket R2 plus R1 is equal to 4RL cos theta. Now R2 minus R1 is equal to 4RL cos theta upon R2 plus R1, equation number 6. Now divide this R2 plus R1 here, so we get equation number 6. As if the dipole is very short, for a short dipole, L is very less than R. L is very less than R. Therefore, R1 is equal to R2 is equal to R for a short dipole. Okay, then we can write R1 plus R2 is equal to 2R because both are equal, and R1 R2 is equal to R into R means R square, equation number 7. Here we have given 3 equations. V is equal to Q upon 4 pi epsilon 0 R2 minus R1 upon R1 R2, and again equation 6 and equation 7. So from equation 6, here R2 minus R1 is equal to 4RL cos theta upon 2R. So here in R2 plus R1 we can write 2R here. Here RR get cancelled, 2 get cancelled, and answer we get R2 minus R1 is equal to 2L cos theta. This is equation number 8. Now from equation 7 and 8, equation 3 becomes, okay. Now R2 minus R1 is equal to 2L cos theta. We can put 2L cos theta here, and R1 R2 is equal to R square. After putting this value, we get V is equal to Q upon 4 pi epsilon 0 2L cos theta upon R square. Next, the electric dipole moment is given by P is equal to Q into twice L. So in this equation, in previous equation, that equation is here. V is equal to Q upon 4 pi epsilon 0 2L cos theta. So Q into 2L is equal to P. Therefore, V is equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon 0 P cos theta upon R square. This is equation number 8. So this equation 8 is nothing but electric potential due to an electric dipole. In vector form, V is equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon 0 P dot R upon R cube. If we multiply equation 8 and divide R into R, so P into R means what? PR cos theta means P dot R, and this R square into R means R cube. Expression for electric potential due to system of charges. Consider a system of charges Q1, Q2, Q3 and Q1 at a distances R1, R2, R3 and Rn from point. The electric potential V1 at a point P due to Q1 is given by V1 is equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon 0 Q1 upon R1. Similarly, V2 is equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon 0 Q2 upon R2. So on V3 and Vn. So Vn is equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon 0 into Qn upon Rn. So total potential at point P is given by V is equal to addition of all potentials from V1 to Vn. V is equal to putting value of V1, V2, V3 and Vn and so on. We get our equation 1 upon 4 pi epsilon 0 common in each case, and in bracket Q1 upon R1 plus Q2 upon R2 plus Q3 upon R3 and so on. Okay, or V is equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon 0 summation I running from 1 to n Qi Ri of equipotential surface. Equipotential surface is that surface at every point of which the electric potential is the same. Now consider this equipotential surface. So this surface, at every point on this surface, the potential is same. If you consider another surface here, this surface is also called as equipotential surface because at every point on this concentric spherical surface, electric potential is same. But potential on the surface is totally different than this. Now the electric potential due to single charge is given by V is equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon 0 into Q upon R. If R is constant, then V will be constant. If R is constant, then V will be constant. Hence, equipotential surface of a single point charge are concentric spherical surfaces center at the charge. If point P and point Q lie on an equipotential surface, therefore we can write Vp is equal to Vq. As we know that work done per unit positive charge from point Q to P is given by WQP is equal to Vp minus Vq. As we know that Vp and Vq are both are equal, so work done in moving that charge is, first case, if the unit positive charge carried through a displacement dx, then dw is equal to edx is equal to edx cos theta is equal to 0. As we know that work done in moving that charge is 0, unit positive charge is 0, therefore E dx cos theta is equal to 0. As we know that E dx is not equal to 0, therefore cos theta is equal to 0, so theta is 90 degree. This shows that electric field intensity E is always normal to the equipotential surface. In reverse case, if you consider if the field is not normal, then it would have non-zero component along the surface. So to move a test charge against the component of work would have to be done. But by the definition of equipotential surface, there is no potential difference between any 2 points on equipotential surface. Hence, no work is required to displace the charge on the surface. Therefore, we can conclude that the electrostatic field must be normal to the equipotential surface at every point and vice versa. Here equipotential surface of uniform electric field. This is diagram equipotential surface for uniform electric surfaces for a dipole. Dipole means what? It consisting positive charge at one end and negative charge at other end. So this is positive charge and this is negative charge. So electric lines of force starts from positive charge and end on negative charge, which is shown in the figure by arrow, and these surfaces are called as equipotential surfaces. This is first, second, third, similar to negative charge. Next, this is equipotential surfaces for two identical charges. Here we have considered two positive charge here, positive charge. In this case, the direction of electric field, electric lines of force is outward. If we take negative sign here, means negative charges, for negative charges this sign is, this arrow is towards the negative charge. Equipotential surfaces between two metallic plates. Okay, this is metallic plate first, which is connected to positive terminal of battery, while metallic plate 2 is connected to negative terminal of battery, and these lines indicates equipotential surface. Each line has different electric potential, but on the surface potential is same. Always remember that. If we consider one of the plate is replaced by sphere, then this equipotential surface as shown in the figure.